So, have you ever wondered and considered what's actually on nutritional labels when you see them in stores? I mean, ideally, I would say that most people would like to claim that they like to eat healthy. You don't just go up to someone and high five, yeah, I like to eat unhealthy. Just doesn't really happen, you know. But the knowledge diet, it actually encourages healthier eating, which is a common goal for most of us, I would say. Without the overly demanding physical exercise or dramatically altering all the foods that we eat on a daily basis. So as a society, I think we need to be educated on what is in the food we eat and being aware of self-help foods that we should eat. So these are common places I say that most of you guys might recognize. 7-Eleven, the cafeterias, Splash Cafe, Frank's. These are places that most people on a daily basis eat at at lunch. And so I call these like the 4 popular hotspots. But not a lot of people actually know what's in the food or how to like understand what's in the food. So I'm going to try to take us through that a little bit. So first, it's something I like to call the food code, which is like, it's actually like another language created by the FDA. And it's a language that not many American consumers know how to speak or understand. So most of you, I'd say, have come across this before, but you just like look at it and you're just like, I'm not really sure what certain terms on this mean. So the first step of the knowledge diet is actually cracking the food code. So we always begin by checking the serving size. And for example, in this one, the whole container that's consumed would be, it says right here, 3 grams of total fat, but if you notice, the serving size is a half a cup, and the servings per container is 4. Therefore, it's a total of 12 grams of fat per container. So the next thing we have to look at is the calories. We have to check the calories, because 3,500 calories is actually equal to a pound of fat. So if we actually watch our calories and see what we're eating, then it adds up to how much fat we can gain or lose. And so, if you look at the limited nutrients, those are the nutrients that you want to really limit and stay away from. And then if you look below that, like the dietary fiber, and the vitamins, the calcium, the iron, that's the stuff that you want to eat more of. And the percentages on the right show how much is in the food item. 5% or less is low, 20% more is high. And then you can finish by looking at the footnotes. So these are 4 major terms that not a lot of people are actually, like, people know and see them, but they don't really know what they are. So I'll just begin with trans fat. Trans fat's made when manufacturers hydrogenize liquid oils and then turn them into solid fat. And what it actually does is it lowers your good cholesterol and increases your bad cholesterol, and also increases the risk of heart disease. Saturated fat is similar. It doesn't lower the risk of losing good cholesterol, but it's just as bad as trans fat. And then what is cholesterol itself? Well, cholesterol is there's 2 kinds. There's good cholesterol and there's bad cholesterol. And the bad cholesterol actually damages your arteries by like filling them up, but the good cholesterol actually prevents this buildup in like the blood vessels. And the last thing is sodium, which is dietary salt. And too much sodium tends to lead to high blood pressure and leaves you at risk for heart disease. And I'm sure you guys are familiar with Popeye. Alright? Everyone aspires to be a superhero when they're little. And as we all know, every superhero has like a superpower. So Popeye the sailor, he eats a can of spinach, and he gets his superpower from the spinach. But what if I told you that everybody has the superpowers hidden inside of them? To become like the superheroes, we have to eat fruits and veggies from the fruit rainbow in order to acquire our superpowers. I'm going to explain that in a second. Right here we can see a fruit rainbow, and no, I'm not talking about Skittles. I'm talking about the reds, blues, orange, yellow, purple, all those of the fruit rainbow. And I'll begin with the red fruit and veggies. And the red foods give us the ability to have like super speed. That's our superpower. Okay. Red foods contain lycopene, which decreases the symptoms of wheezing and asthma during exercise and allow us to run more efficiently. Next is orange foods. They gave us the power of super night vision. Orange foods are rich in vitamin A, which help us see in low amounts of light. Yellow foods are next. They give us super power of agility. Yellow foods decrease the inflammation in our joints, which will aid in keeping us flying high. Next is green foods. This allows us to have superhuman healing abilities. Green foods stimulate new tissue growth and fight off growth of infectious bacteria. And last but not least is purple and blue fruits and vegetables. They give us super memory and strengthen our ability to focus. These are a couple foods that you guys might all be familiar with, and these are the foods that matter. So, just quickly, there's eggs, grapefruit, Swiss chard, avocado, almonds, and bell peppers. And then they're all really, really good for you. Unfortunately, I can't go into like super detail because I'm low on time. But these are 4 that you're not as aware of. It's Greek yogurt, garlic, green tea, and quinoa. And for example, quinoa has quinoa is something that not a lot of people are familiar with, and this is has more fiber and twice the protein as brown rice. And so it's not as a well-known food, but I think everyone should learn more about it and eat a little more of it. And so in order to successfully achieve this food enlightenment, the knowledge we must not only understand what our food is made up of, but start eating more of the food rainbow and recognizing the still healthy foods in our lives. So we need to make the decisions of what foods we consume on a daily basis. Stay away from the foods with large portions of fat, salt, and sugar that may appeal to our tongues based on the taste. Because we really are what we eat, from our head to our feet.